Hi, and welcome back to Move Well, Age Well. I'm Coach Kim, and we are continuing our journey in learning that we don't stop moving because we get old. We get old because we stop moving. So as I go through working on what movements to show and what I feel that is really important for us for your daily living, I go back to the foundation of how is the body designed. So we have ball and socket joints. These are our shoulders and our hips. They're designed to move in circular motions, not hinges up and down. So today we're going to do stepping to the side, which is a lateral movement. So we do linear, we walk forward and back, but what happens when you have to step to the side? If we're not working on these hip muscles, then that's where quite often we can have lower back pain. Also keeping that core or the abdominals nice and strong really helps that lower back. So today we're going to be doing side stepping. So I'm going to show you in two different views. What do I mean by side stepping? So often with the patients or clients that I work with, as I say step side, this is what they do. So we have this rocking motion. Not much is going on here. It's more of a rocking abdominal core motion, and sometimes it's very pronounced side to side. So one of the biggest things to do if you want to work those hips is bending the knees. Now I'm going to turn aside. What I mean is a lot of people stand with their knees locked. When you do that, this is what you're doing with your knees. You're pushing those bones together, and there's a lot of pressure on the bones where the muscles are supposed to support. So if you're standing straight here, small bend. It is so small, and then you can feel your legs and those muscles take over because our muscles hang on the bones. So our skeleton is the hanger. Our muscles are what move the skeleton. So the skeleton is not meant to take that pressure. Your muscles are meant to do that movement. So back to stepping side to side. So as you're stepping, what I want you to do is hands on the hips, and you're going to take your knees just a little bit. And as you step, you're going to feel your weight shift to one side. So you're going to step out, rotate, and step in. You're going to step out, rotate, and in. So generally you want to do about 8 steps to the right or left, and then 8 steps back. So what you want to do is, again, it's like you're moving from your hips down, stepping. And it just depends. You can start small, and taking it side. So you see, my upper body is not moving, but that's because this right here, rib to hip 360, that core, which is your abdominals and your back, nice and engaged. And I'm moving from the hips down. Now, I'll tell you that I've taught kickboxing, and I've done a little bit of martial arts, and that's a lot of control of separating your hips, upper body, to your lower body. So that's where this comes from. And don't think you're going to do this once or twice and get it. You have to practice. Practice makes perfect. So you can side step down the hallway, taking it side, side. So you're feeling your hips move. So you should feel one stepping, engaging. Now you're shifting, and then you're pulling it in. This can also be done with a band. I would suggest at first, get that motion down. But you can also do that with a band or tubing. So I do have these blue bands, and I have some green. So what that would look like is you would step in the band, and you're going to hold. Now, you don't want to be up here, too much upper body. Knees bent, and then you're going to step. And this does control that motion. As you're doing this, look at my feet. They're not out. Your feet should be straight forward. So you press with the heel and bring it in slowly. If you have tubing or a band, you really want to control this leg coming in. What happens is people will step and then listen. They'll roll their feet. So you want to step, and then when you do that, the in-between gets so short you can't even step. So you're going to step and bring it in. So you want to make sure that you're lifting the feet in both directions. So you're stepping side one way and the other. And what that does is it helps those hips. It works on these hips move inside. And this helps as if you're walking and you need to step to the side. Now you have musculature that is strong enough to help you from maybe falling. And it really helps keep all these muscles really nice and strong within the hip. So practice stepping side to side. If balance is a concern, you can do it along the kitchen table. You can also go up and down the hall with your hands lightly. Whenever you have support, Make sure it's light support, but always make sure rib to hip 360, that core is engaged and very supported. So as you're stepping side, you're not here, everything is up. Nice and strong, stepping side, moving, stepping side, and then going back, making sure those hips are tucked because you don't want your backside out, you want to have it nice and tucked. So use this video as a little bit of practice to step side to side. Start without resistance, and then you can always add a band or tubing. Just be careful because you only want some resistance. You don't want it to be like you're pushing a 50-pound box to the side. So take this time to practice so we get that lateral motion working within that hip joint, abdominals and back, your rib to hip 360 nice and strong. And I'd like to take a little bit of time to let you know also that I do have a Move Well, Age Well class. It is a Zoom class. It's on Mondays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Central Time. So if you have any questions about that, you can send me a message. You can text message me through the various social medias, and I can share. I am very protective of that video link. I only send it to certain people, and I do need to know who you are before I let you in the class. So keep on moving because we don't stop moving because we get old. We get old because we stop moving. Have a blessed day and get moving lateral.